practical way of developing a vision, finishing that program is a very good idea, and you can do it very badly and it'll still work. And so, but I want to tell you what the idea behind the development of a vision is. You know, they say that without a vision, the people perish. And there's technical reasons for believing that. The first thing is that if you don't have a well-developed and integrated vision, you can't have any hope. And the reason you can't have any hope is because hope signifies movement towards a valuable goal. And so if you don't have a valuable goal in mind, you have no hope. And that's not good, because there'll be times in your life where, well, you'll perish without hope. And so you need a noble goal that will fill you with hope. Now, the other thing that a goal does is it unites you internally. You know, and if you're a leader, you can unite many people behind a goal, but a goal of your own unites you internally. And what's the consequence of that internal union? And the answer to that is, apart from an abundance of hope, is an absence of anxiety. Because what anxiety does is signal a fractured vision. You're anxious when there's too many things that you don't understand that you could do, or too many directions that beckon that you could wander down. It's the freedom of being in the desert, or the freedom of being dropped in the ocean. Too much unstructured potential. And you put the proper constraint on potential with the vision. Okay, so now a vision is something you negotiate. Let's say if you're in a marriage, you have to negotiate the vision of the marriage with your wife or with your husband. Now, what bearing does that have on what you do with yourself? Well, here's a very practical way of thinking about it. There's a cost that you're going to pay for being alive. And the cost is, well, the cost is your death. That's one. The cost is the suffering that will definitely come to you as you make your way through life. Now, if that suffering makes itself manifest in the absence of sufficient purpose, you will get bitter and resentful, and you'll work to make things worse. And that's not a desirable outcome if you're clear-headed in the least. And so then you might ask yourself, well, what's the alternative to that? And that's actually the question you should ask. So one of the things we ask people to do with this future authoring program is to sit down with yourself, let's say, like you would sit down with someone that you were taking care of, and to ask yourself, all right, well, what's my price for not being bitter? You know, like, what would I have to have in my life? What is it that I need in my life so that if that was delivered to me, I would be, how about thrilled? How about thrilled to do what I'm doing?